I'm going to continue to walk you through some of the options available to us in Adobe After Effects CS3. What I've done is I've basically imported a few clips. So I've got a clip called effects.mov, which is QuickTime movie, and another sequence which is another QuickTime movie as well. What I've then done is taken these and selected the composition tab, and that's then replicated the settings for that clip and has provided me a shell, if you like, a composition or a comp. And then what I'm doing is, you'll probably see this at the moment, and what I've done is I've selected type, so it basically sorts my project bin with organizes those files according to this type. So basically I've got the two compositions at the top and I've got my QuickTime movies at the bottom. Okay, so let's have a look at the composition panel, which is this panel here, and by default you guys at home will be seeing the composition window like so, and what I need you to do is just expand that by dragging this out here, and you can drag this one outside as well, so we're viewing it to its full potential. I want to quickly cycle through some of the options available to us inside the composition panel. And the first thing we've got, because I've got two compositions, you may have one in your movie, doesn't really matter, but if you select the drop down, you can have all of your compositions will be nested inside here. So I've got sequence 1, which is that over there, and I've got effects, so basically it switches over to effects, which is basically this kind of stuff that I've got going on here. And go to sequence 1, so basically there's a little clip bin inside here, and it's basically listing all of your sequences, which is quite handy, so we can kind of jump through those different modes. Okay, down here we've got this tab, which is always previewing this view. Well, basically what this does, if we click this tab, this is basically for when we render the camera path, or we're in the 3D mode, or when we're viewing some clip. We'll always, if we click this tab, it will always preview this type of view, whatever we're selected. So that's quite a handy option, and we'll look at that a bit more later when we start setting up camera paths and 3D options and various things to do with that. Not really relevant at this stage, but I needed to explain it anyway. Next thing here is a percentage which we're actually viewing the composition. So if I select to, for example, fit, that will kind of fit the composition there. If I can view 100%, I'm now viewing at 100%. Now, one thing to mention here is that this has no bearing on our final composition or our rendered footage. So this is the only preview mode inside Adobe After Effects. It's a bit like Photoshop when you have the magnification, or it's a bit like Flash. It has no bearing on the content that we're producing inside the environment. And we can go ahead and put that to 50 or whatever you view. I normally use that option, fit up to 100%, and it kind of scales it accordingly. Okay, in the next videos I'll continue to move through these options available inside the composition window.